Alright, just getting ready to start up and get going on the third leg of this trip. So we are in Portland right now, at the edge of Portland. I'll bring the map up just to remind everyone. Right here at Portman Troutdale. And the goal now is to start heading west and into what I believe they call the high desert. So we're going to head south down here, get past Hood, and then make our way over, hopefully crossing over this Timothy Lake and getting into this region. We got to avoid this whole area, military zone there. So the goal is to get down somewhere here, and then we'll cut through over here to Boise eventually. But at the moment, goal is just to get to Robertsfield, Redmond, and not sure how long that's going to take. But I don't think we're going to be flying for as long as we were. I've fueled the thing up all the way again, so we have, 14 gallons each side. And we're going to get ready to go, make sure my controls are working properly. I've got to use the rudder at the same time as everything to make sure the rudder doesn't try to take over. There we go. So, let's get turned out of here, figure out. I just have the traffic on now from the start. And let's depart south.
Portland ground Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 ready to taxi south departure. Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 taxi to and hold short of runway 25 via taxiway Charlie Alpha. Contact tower on 121 decimate when ready. Taxi to and hold short runway 25 using taxiway Charlie Alpha Cessna Oscar November 5.
Turn out of here. For some reason, the ramp rat doesn't get out of the way. We're going to taxi over here, and we're going to use whatever taxi we want, or taxiway we want, because I don't remember what they said. One of the reasons why I never do VATSIM, because listening and remembering what the controller says, not one of my strong suits. So we'll head up over here, get turned around. We're not going to need the whole length of it, so alright. I did not hold short because I forgot about that bit.
Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 ready at runway 25 south departure.
Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 altimeter 29.9 with com south departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 25.
Cleared for takeoff runway 25 Cessna Oscar November 5.
Alright. So we're going to take off to the west and get turned left to head south. It is 3 o'clock, 3:15 local time. No, 2:15 local time, sorry. And another somewhat clear day. Heat warnings out there. It's June 30th, so I am getting a lot of these recorded in a row. And yeah, the heat wave is still happening into the high desert where we're going. Flaps are up. We're at about 300. Need to climb out a little more. I watched a video of a landing at the airport that we landed at last episode, the one we just took off, and it was crazy how close everything is. All right. So we got like a Walmart down there. So this is all photogrammetry. Heading south. I think we gonna have to watch out because we are crossing right over the approach for international. And the AI planes, obviously, well, they're not even really AI planes, the real traffic. They don't even care about mountains. So, if you didn't see that, in the last episode, we saw one of the AI planes just fly straight through a mountain. Alright, well, we're just going to turn this direction. And we're not going to see a whole lot of Portland. I don't even know where the racetrack is. I didn't even think about that. Look real quick. I don't think we can get lucky enough to have it right on our way. But who knows? Could be at the edge of town. We might take a detour if it's close. Oh no, it's on the other side. So we're not going to worry about that. Unfortunate. I should have thought about that before. We're on our way in, but we're running out of time anyways, so. Looks like the plane's going to want to rotate to the left today. Look outside. Racetrack's way back over there. If we were in a fast plane, maybe we'd do that, but I don't want to add that many more miles onto this trip, so we need to start climbing up a little faster because this does get fairly high in elevation quickly. So we're looking at like 4,000, 5,000 feet.
Cessna Oscar November 5, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Portland Tower Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 frequency change. Portland approach Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 is type Cessna 152 3 miles northwest of 6 Oscar
Hay House is 152. It's a 152.
Flight following. UPS 2972, you are 20 miles south. Climb and maintain 7,800 feet. Expect ILS runway 10 right approach via Scapo transition. Clear to Scapo. Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 Portland approach. Squawk 5553. Squawk 5553 Cessna Oscar November 5. Whiskey Oscar November 5, radar contact 2 miles northwest of 6 Oscar Romeo 7, 3,000 feet. Altimeter 29.87.
Turn it back to the right just a bit. We don't want to be getting too close to Mount Hood. Give us a little more time to climb.
7,800 feet. Expect ILS runway 10 right approach via Sparco transition. Cleared to Sparco UPS 2972.
Alright, so off to our left, we've got the Columbia River, the big river, and then we've got this little small river heading into it. It would be a neat flight up there, but it was going to put us on a path that was going to be difficult to get around some things. So we are just going to go this direction, and eventually I think we're going to get into some high elevation desert area or dry prairie. Not sure if it's actually a desert, but for now, normal trees and foothills.
UPS 2972, you are 1,600 feet below your assigned altitude.
Almost up to 4,000, so we're climbing up fairly good. Mount Hood off in the distance, and I forgot what that one is up there. That is Mount Adams over there, and then south of us is Mount Jefferson down there. So figure out what that lake is. Is that? No, that's not the one that we're looking for. That is right in front of me. Why is this thing turning so damn much? Alright. We're struggling to climb up. Wish we had real air temp that I could see. Even at this altitude, it's going to be a lot higher than normal. So what we're looking for is a lake in front of us, but it might be down in a valley. It looks like its elevation is 3,200, and a lot of things around it are 4,000, so we might not see it until we're nearly over top of it. But we've got the lake and river.
UPS 2972, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
So this flight might actually take longer just because trying to get to altitude and get bounced around quite a bit too. It's going to be a bit of a pain. 150 should be able to, or 152 should be able to do it, but at the moment it's not wanting to. Up to 5,000.
UPS 2972, please expedite your descent 4,000 feet.
So now it's going to sit here and yell at a real aircraft for a bit. Hopefully not too much. Hopefully we get out of the area. Portland approach. If it does start doing it too much. see some clouds forming up on the mountain range. I know that there was general thunder outlook for the area that we're heading towards. That might cause us to dodge around some things too, although the weather in this game is, live weather is absolutely terrible in this game, so I hope one day they improve it, but right now it's not good. It could be so much better. Even if they had, like, previous day weather, I would like that. Where it could be even more accurate, but at the moment, it's not too accurate. They're basing it off of forecasts and not actual radar data. Alright, we're getting up to 6,000. I don't think we've gotten very far. Nope. That's where we took off from. But we got the climb out of the way. We're still needing to go higher. Looking like if we go in the direction that I'm hoping we're going, about 7,000 feet will be fine. So the next big thing is we're going to be looking for that lake to know that we're heading in the right direction. I mean, we got the two peaks that we can look at and base it off of, but I'm assuming the lake is somewhere up here or here in one of these valleys. It's not a big lake. But we are definitely leaving populated area, and we're not going to see another big city until Boise or Salt Lake City, whichever direction I end up going. Really cool path up to the mountain, that little valley up there. Looks like, I don't know what that strip is, if it's a power line running up there, or I don't know, just a weird thing going on with the terrain. It might, nah, I don't know if it would be a road, but definitely looks odd. Coming up on 7,000. Only going 80 knots. Maybe once we level off, we'll pick up some speed. So, not even using the BORs or anything like that for navigation. We're just going straight up, looking at the mountains and figuring out where we're going. That's how I want to do this whole flight. So, we're at 7,000. Whoop. That's not what I wanted. Try to level it off here. Pick up some speed. Trimming it out with keys on the keyboard, just much easier to do than using the actual in-cockpit wheel, which would be this right here. Alright. Somewhat leveled off. Still having to hold the stick a bit to the right to counter something happening. And all of a sudden we're getting tossed around. Nose just went up as we approach these mountains. Once we get past these foothills, mountains, whatever you want to call them, it should flatten out a bit, but just be 4,000 feet, 4,000 to 5,000 feet elevation all the way around. And we're not going to see sea level for a long time. So yeah, everything that we're pointed at right now is under 5,000. There is Mount Wilson, that's 5,600, which I assume is, I don't know which little bump in all of this it would be.
Portland approach Sun Country 3050 is passing 9,000 feet, climbing 10,000 feet.
Sun Country 3050, Portland approach altimeter 29.83, continue to Buxom as planned.
Got a little river. I wish they'd stop doing the fake water and just, I mean, because you're not going to be able to see that water. This whole river is covered in trees. Wondering if this is a old volcano complex. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of those, a lot of stuff looking like that. I mean, that almost looks like a dome sticking up there. I have a thing for volcanoes. It's just something that is so crazy and interesting. We should see, I think, some lava fields. I don't think we're gonna catch like the southwest corner of Idaho. Not sure if their volcano activity from the past is down there, but I'll definitely do a bit of research. Got a lake up there. Is that the lake that we're looking for? This moment we have a whole lot of nothing as options for landing, so that is why we are filled up with fuel. Hopefully get up over this crest, and you can kind of see it looks like it's leveled out a bit. I think that's one of the lakes that we're looking for to know that we're on the right path. Very easy to get disoriented on where north is just looking around now, because everything's kind of looking the same. So luckily we're headed almost straight east. There's gonna be a lot of bouncing back from east to south as I use these two mountains.
Oscar November 5, contact Seattle Center on 126.6.
So I'm looking way out there, and there's obviously something really big on the horizon. or at least bigger than everything that's around it. Trying to figure out what that is on the map. I'm looking.
Oscar, November 5, please
We're probably right about here, and they're talking to me, aren't they?
126.6 for Cessna Oscar, November 5. Seattle Center Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5, 7,400 feet. Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 Seattle Center altimeter 29er decimal 82 continue as planned.
Let's make sure I don't have to acknowledge. Alright, so here's the 2 lakes. And that is what we're at. So we're somewhere right around this area. And looking in this direction. But we can't go into this area, so we're gonna have to start heading in south and kind of hit this corner, and then this is where I want to get to.
Alaska 847 contact Seattle Center on 128.15.
So we're going to be going right over the big lake. And I think once we get out into this flat area, we'll definitely turn more south. Luckily, all the clouds really high right now, and I think we're over the really tough terrain. We're just gonna head this direction, and then once we can see a path south, we'll turn down south. Kind of follow this little valley that is on the map. So Mount Wilson is apparently that. No. That. One of these little peaks. I don't know why it's even labeled. Just can't really tell it's anything. There's a cool little lake up here. I'm guessing it is a bit of a pain to get to, and then I'm going to assume this is power lines. Are they talking to us again?
American 2714 traffic is 9 o'clock 3 miles at flight level 230 generic. Report them in sight.
Horizon and American. They're going to find each other. But you can see we've went up over these mountains and it doesn't go back down. It's a very high elevation.
American 2714 traffic in sight.
The backside of Mount Hood. Trying to get a screenshot. And then Mount Jefferson. We'll be going on the back side of it. I don't know, I'm just referring to the east side as the back side of it. But we're gonna be fairly far over there. I think Madras is the town that we want to head to at the moment. And if we went directly there, well, I think we are headed directly there. Close enough to it.
Horizon Air 2119er, contact Seattle Center on 128.15.
So we see another peak back behind Jefferson. And that is going to be
128.15 for Horizon Air 2119er.
I don't know. They're all called North Sister, Middle Sister, and South Sister, so there should be 3 of them, unless I'm looking at the wrong one. There's going to be some really cool land formations once we get out into this area. Lots of massive cliffs that I've seen that were on the way just from the elevation maps. I don't think we're going to see any of those today, but definitely on the next flight. There's some fairly cool things going on, at least cool in my eyes. Well past the lakes. Barely see what is maybe the ocean back there. Definitely power lines cut through all of this. And a different colored land, so it is kind of looking drier up here. And I think in this game, desert areas are probably one of the best looking areas in it. We have climbed up some more, but not concerned with that. The more altitude, the better. I feel like we might be getting a tailwind. Now, we do have little valley running through there. Looks actually like it could be pretty cool. Trying to figure out what that is though. I think that might be the valley, or a bit of the valley that we're looking for. Let's hop outside and look at it real quick.
Southwest 499er7 Seattle Center, continuous plant.
Yeah, definitely eroded away areas here. We're just going to follow that south. Already 34 minutes into this video though, that having to fly a bit more to hold this plane straight for a while and get it to climb. That made time fly by a little. And now looking ahead.
Oscar November 5, contact Seattle Center on 128.15.
What I thought was a peak out there isn't really a peak. There's just a bunch of hills on the horizon.
Seattle Center Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 7,900 feet.
Cessna Take Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 Seattle Center altimeter 29.78
Oh,
continue
got
as
a
planned.
plane up there. I know it's not realistic to have the icons on, but it gives us something.
Horizon Air 2119er, you are 25 miles north.
727 Kilo.
7,700 feet.
Look
Expect
that up
ILS
real
runway
quick.
23 approach via Delta Sierra Delta 171 radial 220 DME on clear.
Accidentally just hit the throttle. Flight aware.
Descent and maintain 7,700 feet. Expect ILS runway 23 approach via Delta Sierra Delta 171 radial 220 DME
Has
on
it
clear.
right there.
Delta Sierra Delta Horizon Air 2119er.
They are heading up to Boeing Field.
Horizon Air 2119er. Contact Seattle approach on 126.15.
So, what type of plane is it? Say PA-46, which is not a big plane, is it?
126.15 for Horizon Air 2119er.
Nope, just a little Piper.
Generic 27 Kilo contact Seattle Center on 126.6.
So there you go. We saw our first real airplane and looked it up and seen where they're going. Are they hollering at me? There was a lot of... Nope. The pilot's voice and the controller's voice were the exact same. So that's a cool little area over here. They're just kind of cut in, drops down, a lot of erosion around here. I'm guessing a lot of the backside melt goes off in this direction and then finds its way to the Columbia. But we're definitely getting to a drier, arid world. Lots of ranches and private strips out here. But we can land and do whatever we need if we wanted to. We're definitely not landing for a while, so. Going 90 now at 8,000. Definitely think we want to turn a little more south, pick up what I'm looking for. We don't have a whole lot of landmarks to go off of. There should be a road along a river, or what is designated as a river, but might not be too rivery, if that makes sense. It could be this, but I don't see a road next to it, and the road is in like a valley. So I think we're still a bit out from there, maybe out to here. I'll show you on the map what I'm looking for. So we're in this general area, looking for this road. There might be a town somewhere near. Good luck finding it. I don't know, I'm not really seeing, you know, this on the map too well. Unless it's this here.
Seattle Center Southwest 49907 is passing flight level 335.
But it doesn't seem like it's going in the right direction. So
Southwest 49907 Seattle Center. Continue as planned.
we'll keep going. We'll eventually find something. Got some ranches down there. Not a whole hell of a lot. Oh, I see what might be. Seen a little flash of light, maybe. There's a weird thing with lighting, with lights in the prop, and I think there's maybe the town we're looking for is up there. But like I said, this area of the world, the drier prairie, it looks so good in this game. It's just much better looking than the trees, I think. The grassland gets kind of pixelated sometimes, and that's more obvious if this gets pixelated, kind of like it is. Well, there's a whole bunch of little, like, holes. That's weird. I don't know if that's just brush or what. Here's that valley I think we're looking for. We've definitely switched the landscape pretty quickly. Heading more east. We need to stop turning that direction so much and head down this way.
Seattle Center, generic November 271 Charlie Lima is at 11,500 feet, descending 10,000 feet.
Generic November 271 Charlie Lima, Seattle Center.
Big old bridge over that.
74 continue to Delta Sierra Delta.
But then you see the aerial image underneath the bridge going down through the valley. One of those little things that always gonna be hard to clean up on this. It looks like it thinks there's trees on the side of that. Might be misinterpreting what is there.
Seattle Center, generic November 131 Romeo is at flight level 410, descending 10,000 feet.
Altitude staying at 8,000 now, so we're good there. Fuel wise, we're not even to 3/4 of a tank, so good there. Could probably do a little adjusting on the mixture to try to find the sweet spot. Very hard to adjust this to what I think it should be. Tried to find some information on it and really couldn't. Feels like we got a little bit more power there though. I don't have damage on because there's random things that can happen that will damage your plane on landing that shouldn't. If there's like a little bump or hole in the terrain, and so I'm not gonna have that happen. It's a cool little landscape though, looking back at Mount Hood, then you got the Sisters over there and Jefferson there. I'm still completely lost, but I have a general idea of where I'm at. We might be a lot farther north than I'm thinking, but Yeah, this is a really cool looking area. Got some farmland up there. They found some land that they can use. But here is the valley we want. There is a little lake in there. And I find that lake. I could not find the lake. We're at about 88 knots, so not making up a whole lot of ground, but that's airspeed. We might be getting a bit of help. Got a town down there. There's a cool little cutout there with a bit of a mound in it. Where the hell are we? What direction? We're heading more east again. That's a lot of water. Why is that water not showing up on the map? I'm so lost right now. Always what you want to hear on the third trip on your way across. I mean, we still got the mountains to go off of. Where are we to Jefferson? Okay. Alright. I think I know where we're at now. We're a hell of a lot farther south than I was expecting, maybe? I don't know how, though. That is a really cool landscape. God, this game is amazing. Alright, let's just head straight south. We've been heading east for a long time. And alright, when we look straight south, if I kept going south, we'd almost be looking at the sisters. That's gonna give me an idea. That gives me no idea. Maybe. We're not as far as I thought. And it's not quite the valley that I thought. There we go. Alright. These little lakes here on a river. There should be a town, airport to the left of it. Oh man, there's a road down in that valley with the river. I bet that is a really cool drive. Okay, we're pretty much heading south. I've got a general idea of where we're at. It looks like there might be some dams in this area. One right there. And then one right there. And that means the town is over here. Is that what that is? then that's the airport? Yeah, alright. I know where we're at now. And then Jefferson should be pretty much in line with us. There we go. Alright, we have spotted what's going on. So, I'll show you on the map real quick. We are right about here. And where we took off from is up here. So we've made some good progress. A lot more progress than I thought we were making. And we're just going to follow this down now. And then there's a little tri-quad city area. And we're going to land at one of the towns down there. And not have too long of an episode. Look at this area, though. That is really cool. Luckily, no buildups of storms or anything. That's good. Just having a good flight now that I know where we're at. It's a pretty big dam. I think since we're going to be landing fairly soon, not too soon, we can start dropping altitude a bit. Get a little closer to the world. So we'll slowly drop down. Looks like everything around this area is at around 3,000 feet, with a few of the peaks going up to 5,000. Some of these little random mounds.
Thurstmaster Oscar November 5 contact Seattle approach on 126.15.
That is us.
Going to 126.15 Cessna Oscar November 5. Seattle approach Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 8,000 feet.
Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 Seattle approach altimeter 29.71 continuous planned.
And we're going to be canceling that soon to contact the airport.
Seattle approach generic November 271 Charlie Lima is at 7,200 feet, climbing 10,000 feet. Generic November 271 Charlie Lima Seattle approach altimeter 29.71 continue to Delta Sierra Delta as planned.
Alright, so the airport that we're heading to is kind of in line with the sisters, so it's going to be somewhere around here-ish. Still a ways to go, but we're going to continue to drop down because we've got a clear pathway all the way there. This is gonna put us... We're obviously still in Oregon. Is there photogrammetry up there? Or is it just... No, it's gotta be just the color of the dirt. Hood off in the distance, and then I've already forgotten what was the one. Hood, and then Adams way back behind. We've gotten pretty far though. Especially when you think of how far northwest we started. Drop a little quicker. Just gonna build up some speed too as we do that. Alright, trying to figure out, got that little peak there, trying to figure out where that actually is. It might be actually after the airport. We might be closer than I thought. I might not land at the correct airport. We'll see. Got one that I know I want to go to, but I've got to figure out. There's so much crap right in the map here. Right. There should be a lake. Are we past the lake? There's the lake. That's Haystack Reservoir.
Seattle departure budget Air 16 is passing 3,700 feet, climbing 10,000 feet. Budget Air 16 Seattle departure altimeter 29.71 continue as planned.
Generic 1 Charlie Lima, please expedite your climb 10,000 feet.
Cancel flight following.
Seattle approach Cessna Oscar November 5 cancel flight following.
Hold the power back.
Cessna Oscar November 5 Seattle approach cancellation received. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
And we want Redmond. Roberts, sorry.
Redmond Airport Information Sierra 22000. Wind tree 02 at 10. Visibility.
Redmond Tower Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 is 11 miles north 6,000 feet with Sierra to land.
Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 Redmond Tower. Altimeter 29.84 wind 204 at 14. Fly left base runway 23.
Fly left base runway 23 Cessna Oscar November 5.
Got a little airplane, I think, out there, or it's an airport. Alright, no idea what left base runway 23 means, because that doesn't make sense. Unless I'm coming over here, maybe. By the time you guys see this and have told me why they're saying what they're saying, doing, I'll be like 8-10 episodes more in, and you'll have to wait a while for me to figure things out. I think that hill is in line with the airport. This airport should be fairly easy to spot, but it's not really playing out that way at the moment. Level off, try to find this. The airport is on the south side. Of the city. Maybe it's all the way over here. We can see the ground. Those are some very steep cliffs there on that mountain hill. So I think it's up over here. Getting kind of low. There's a tower, a huge tower, AI generated. Way overdid it. Alright, so 2-3 is going to be southwest-ish.
Cessna Oscar November 5 with 204 at 14. Cleared to land runway 23.
Cleared to land runway 23 Cessna Oscar November 5.
Alright, there should be a runway coming parallel to us. There's... No, that's not it. We're gonna have to... What do we got? 2-3 is gonna be kind of back and to the right, so there's the end of the runway. Might have to ask my brother and my dad what all these things that I don't understand are. Although, usually when they explain airplane stuff to me, it just goes through one ear and the other, out the other. Just, don't know why. Got ILS lights there, so now I know for sure that's the runway, and I'm gonna turn in just a second. Flaps out. We're going to slow this thing down early. No rush to land. overshot it. Really cool scenery though. Distant, huge mountains out in the middle of a dry prairie. And not too long of a flight there, only about an hour. What are we at? 8 or 6.8 on the hours. So about 3.4 hours now that we've been on this trip. Fairly large airport for such a small area. Not sure if it's military also, like a shared guard area. We're down. Ignore my rudders. Things get very stupid on the rudder controls. So we are going to turn off here and go find what looks to be an FBO to park at.
Cessna Oscar November 5 contact
I want to stay
ground on
back there.
121 decimate.
Knowledge.
121 decimal 8 Cessna Oscar November 5.
And we actually have a real airplane down here. We'll have to look that up real quick. November 364 BC. See where they flew from. It is a citation, I think. And, get parked over here. Fuel-wise, only to 3/4 of tank, but we will top off. Park over here. Quite a large taxiway. I'm just going to park here with the wind. Look at that view. That's a cool view. Alright. Parking brake on. Cut the engine. Forgot to do any lights, as always. Battery off. So, hour flight. Let's head back here. And hop outside real quick. Let's figure out where these guys came from. Nope, they're leaving. Well, I hope they don't drive through us. They're based out of Seattle. And apparently just getting ready to take off. Let's see where they're headed. They are headed up to Seattle. So they're on their way actually already. So that's a bit off. But that's interesting. Kind of, well, we went this way. They're going much higher and quicker. Let's just real quick go float around, look at the area a little closer now that we're on the ground. Very, very cool looking place. Like, the mountains just make this really cool. I don't know if they're coming into land. Let's look that one up too. November 901, Mike Juliet. They have... Did they just take off? No, I don't know why they're showing up. They're lost. So that's not where the plane is. Maybe it was flying over. It is close. Might be one of the airports that's right around here that it's landing at. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what we're going to go with. All right. Well, anyways, there you have it. We are now here at Redmond, Roberts Field. And just quickly zoom out. We were avoiding this big square here. That's why we came down like we did. Took off from there down to here. And overall, let's just move out on the whole. We started up here, and now we are right down here-ish. Right down here. So, quite a ways. I think the next plan is to fly over this area and get to Burns. See what's up with Burns. Maybe we'll go a little further. Maybe we'll just go all the way to Boise. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'll take a look at the landscape, see what looks cool. Strawberry Mountain looks like it might be pretty neat. But, yeah, I'm not sure what would be the good route, but we're going to stay out of this area, and we're going to stay out of this area, which is why we're going through this gap. Might make Burns the right place to go. This area, this is one of the places that I was looking at that looks like it would be really cool. We got 9,700, 9,300, and then a 3,000 foot drop. So, I don't know. That might be a cool place to go. And, you know, we got to go south as well as east. So, that might be a good one. And then head over this way. No idea. Long, long, long ways to go, though. So, I hope you're enjoying these. And we'll be back next week with the next leg of this. Thanks for watching.